Alright, so this is a tale of literally a crazy client that I had many years ago. Now, in the late 90s, I tattooed in Brisbane near Greenslopes, and there's actually Greenslopes Hospital not too far away. Now, they have a mental hospital at Greenslopes, and everyone knew it. Now, every now and again, we would get some of the patients, and and most of them were they were pretty casual, most of them were just out on day release or whatever. Didn't think too much of it. But then once a month, I used to get a client who would come in and get, a few different tattoos. The first time he came in and got a small one done. It was all good. And he had a friend with him the whole time he was there. That was cool. Now, this guy came in a few times over the next few months, and it was always on the same day. Once a month, he would come in and get a tattoo done. Now, he didn't really speak at all. Like, he didn't say a word, He would say hello, and I would say a couple of things, and he would just kind of... But when it came to the placement and stuff like that, he would direct me. Didn't really talk at all. I was like, okay. But then I was talking to his mate one day, while we were finishing up. Yeah, the guy was in the bathroom, and I was talking to his mate, and I said, oh, you're a pretty good mate to be coming and hanging out with him every time he gets tattooed. And he turns out and said, well, I'm not actually his mate. I said, what do you mean? And he's like, no, I'm his minder. I'm like, you're his minder? He's like, yeah, I work at Greenslopes Hospital. He's actually out on day release. So he comes out once a month, he's allowed out on day release, but he has to have a minder with him. Okay, why does he have to have a minder with him? He said, well, he was actually convicted of murder. He murdered his wife and his family in a fit of psychosis. So, he's been hospitalized for many years, and he's in rehabilitation, but as a safety measure, he can't go out without a minder. I'm like, okay. So this guy who I've been tattooing, who is clearly, has the ability to kill someone if he goes into a rage of psychosis, like maybe because he doesn't like the result of the tattoo that I've just done. He's like, oh, don't worry. He's heavily medicated at the time. I'm like, man, you know what? It would have been really cool if you had to inform me of this before I actually tattooed the guy. I've been sitting here trying to have conversations with him and wondering why, and I'm like, maybe I should make some jokes or something. Like, far out, man. I didn't actually see this client again after that. I don't know what happened, but man, that whole thing kind of made me feel uncomfortable, especially after I knew that that guy was out on day release. I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to take this risk, but thankfully, he never came back. Alright, so there you go, legend. There's your tattoo, and there's some tales for you to take with you. Hope you enjoyed them, and hey, if you did and you want to hear more, all you can do is like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to get notified, and you'll be hearing new tales from me every week, right here on Tales from the Tattoo Crypt. Thanks a lot, legends. Peace out, and don't forget to tip your tattooist.